what's next? Now what do you feel is next?
I wasn't looking at it like what was next. That was just a part of the journey. So I just kept making records for everybody. Like around that time, I couldn't even tell you how many records was produced or written by me at that time.
Well, I worded that wrong.
Right.
The phones. What were they doing after that record?
Oh no, they was already doing that.
Oh, so
That's how that's how I got that call.
Okay.
Yeah, Soul Survivor.
Right.
Okay.
They was already doing that. It just you got to think like I had already crossed over into pop, but I was still making records because T-Pain was still buzzing.
Right.
Like we had the Sprung record, the In Love with a Stripper. Like all this is still moving in a certain kind of way, right?
That's why I asked the
it's so
question
many
because
things going
for the
on.
viewer, right?
Right.
They are, of course we get Akon, right? Then we get Senegal legend, you know what I'm saying? Then we get humanitarian. Then we get this brother went back and built, lights in his community. But they don't understand because it's a microwave generation.
It is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it is.
when you're telling these stories for the viewer, that's what I get confused because I'm like, yo, I heard this one record and then boom, 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 and he's 80 million in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What record would you say put you in the pop category?
Mr. Lonely.
I knew it.
That was the one.
He said I started there.
Fight.
Yeah.
You started there.
It started there, literally.
started there,
Because you
right.
got to think, while we was doing Locked Up, Ghetto came out, Sustain Locked Up. Then, it was Locked Up. I'm talking about from the urban side. It was Locked Up first. Then Ghetto kind of sustained that.
Correct.
Right? Because then we did the remix, the Green Lantern remix, which went fucking crazy with Tupac and Biggie on that one.
Right.
And that just took it to the next level.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Right? So while that's happening, that's when they was like, okay, we need to catch Mr. Lonely now. Like, at that point, while that's going urban, Gary Morella's at pop.
Right.
So now I'm here. I got a #1 record in urban
And I'm one in pop.
and another #1 record right here at pop with Mr. Lonely. So now I'm this way. Right? So at that moment, now I'm right in I'm in the cuff. So something has to define me on which side I'm falling into.
Because his shows is fucked up at this point. You got these white people walking in around these
It's
niggas
all-
in hoodies and shit. It's
And
weird.
Yeah, so
Shit's weird in this video.
it is. Like the
venue
venue, it was
is
Salt and
weird.
Pepper for real.
Right,
So,
no,
yeah,
right,
white
right,
people,
right. It was- I noticed time.
Right?
These white
Yeah.
people coming to the show.
A whole bunch of white people. Then you had niggas and Africans. So
Coming to-
mind you, it's two types of blacks.
Black and black.
You understand?
Black and black. Black, white, and black.
Listen what I'm telling you. It's weird at this time. I know this time.
So it's all kind of coming together, but it's coming together in a way to where you can see it's forming an international bond, right? Even with the fan base, because even though if there was an issue within them, you wouldn't feel it at my show because they all related to that in somehow.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? So as that's happening, now mind you, we padding that with T-Pain taking in the space that I'm leaving from. But at the same time, I still have to cement that. And that was the perfect time. That's why I said Soul Survivor saved me too, because that was a time when I was at that cup where Soul Survivor cemented me on that side from a chorus perspective to continue doing street records.
Right. Yeah, back to the street. So where did you find T-Pain?
Oh, Boo found T-Pain, my little brother Boo.
Okay.
Boo found T-Pain and then brought him to me. Because T-Pain he was in Tallahassee doing mixtapes too. And he had a rendition of I'm Locked Up, but his version was called I'm Fucked Up.
I'm fucked up.
Right. So when Boo played me that shit, I was like, damn, this shit sound like some shit I would have did. This nigga raw, right? Because I had never heard nobody approach music the way I approached it. I was like, Boo, I need to fly this nigga here tomorrow. Like, he cannot be a competitor. Like, he needs to be with us.
Teddy Payne.
Like,
You said he
Teddy
could not
Penderassdown.
be a competitor.
Straight up. So he came out like, nigga, this shit, you a raw nigga. Was like, what?
And he produces also.
And mind you, at that name, he was going by Teddy Penderassdown.
Teddy Penderassdown, right.
We had to tone it down to T-Pain.
That's what his name, Teddy Penderassdown.
Teddy Penderassdown.
That's fine.
And mind you,
Clap it up. Right. I like that. Hey man.
Teddy Penderassdown.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it was interesting because the nigga could rap his ass off and he could sing his ass off. So he had to pick one though. And I already knew that melody is how you go global. So it went from rapper turned singer.
And I'm in love with a stripper.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, the first album was amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's records that people a lot of people don't even know that T-Pain did that.
No, man,
crazy.
Pain was a 360 artist, bro.
Yeah,
Like he literally was my protege. That nigga wrote his own records, produced his own records, and performed his own records.
And then they tried to take the nigga couldn't sing. He did the same album over again with no Autotunes. I said, this nigga's a monster.
No, his ego ain't no joke. That nigga
This
right there?
nigga's a monster.
Oh, he go.
I love it.
He gonna show you.
How did you feel about the auto-tune thing at first?
No, I already knew. I knew that was gonna be a hit because nobody was doing it. Like absolutely nobody. We gotta adapt that. That gotta be what you represent. Period. And eventually, it just became industry standard.
Right.
He had his own Autotune, right?
How did you feel about Jay-Z trying to stop it?
I mean, I understood why Jay was trying to stop it.
Right.
Again, I didn't take it personal. From his perspective, it did affect his money because he come from the origin of real rap, and Autotune made people that really couldn't sing, but it also made rappers actually sound better. So they actually competed with Jay because Jay never used effects on his voice that I've.
Right.
And
Raw.
he rarely ever even had backgrounds.
You know,
He don't use no
ad-libs.
ad-libs.
You understand what I'm saying? So he was the authentic, what hip hop represented for his era. He stuck to that. Right. So what we were doing actually threatened that. So I get it, and it was a smart business move. It was just too strong and went too far to pull back. Right. It was no way to.
But you didn't have to pull back because then a couple weeks later you hear, put some T-Pain on my shit.
No, but that's my point. It became a culture.
You couldn't fight it
at that point.
You couldn't fight it.
It became a culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once it become a culture and he becomes who they identify that with, game over, checkmate. You know what I mean?
And even after all that, you still didn't stop. You said, "Now I got more shit I'm gonna give y'all out
Stop
here."
for what?
Right.
Like,
He's like, "Fuck
at
this."
this point, are we on the road?
So
Yeah.
in the industry, they say there's a level, you start out, you break, you become a superstar,
Right.
and then they try to break you.
Right.
Getting to that point where the Blame on Me record
Right.
was a reflection of a situation where underage girl was in the crowd.
Yeah, in Trinidad.
Right.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You
Right.
savage too.
Come on.
She was more savage than me.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I remember that savage.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.